Okay, part 2 to the video that I just posted. Once again, my thoughts and prayers are with the victims and the families of 9/11/01. You have not and will not be forgotten. So to recap, this guy, Rob068, did not like my political leanings after looking at my Facebook. So decided that he would no longer support my channel. He's been with me since August 10th, I believe. And I thought that was ironic, but I thanked him for his honesty and said goodbye. But apparently that was not enough for Mr. Rob. He decided he would then have to dig deeper into me and try to find something he could use to, I guess, submarine my GoFundMe campaign. I think that's really uncalled for and way, way out of line to go hunting up private information of mine that I have not made public just to attempt to prove a point because you don't like who I decide to support politically. But I guess that's a thing nowadays. So he went and found where I live and got the details of my house and property and posted them in a comment saying that people might want to think twice about donating to me because of the potential assets that I'm sitting on. And I tried to explain this to him in comments earlier this morning. I woke up with some severe back pain. Kind of felt like Neil Peart had done a drum solo on my spine. If you don't know who that is, the drummer for the rock band Rush. Incredible band, amazing drummer, hard-hitting drummer. Thus the intense pain in my spine. Anyway, he thought he would post these details and take it to me for sitting on these assets and still asking for help through GoFundMe. I've never gone over the fine details. I've said many times that I live in a 2-story house on a little bit of land, and I thought that was enough. Apparently it's not, so I'm going to explain what he posted in his comment, and that way I have provided full transparency for Mr. Rob and for everyone else, and y'all can do with that information what you will. So yes, I live in a 2-story house on 2 acres of land. It's listed at being 1,800 square feet, but that accounts for both stories and the garage. And I think it's actually a little bit less. If you were to look at my house, I guess without the garage and a second story, it would be very small. Um, it would probably be closer to one of those 3 or 4 room bungalows. Uh, and that may just be the way it's laid out. It's laid out kind of weird. It is a 3 bedroom, 3 bath, which is and has been common for most mobile homes since I was a kid, double wides anyway. And the current estimated property value tends to fluctuate up and down around 450,000. I'd have to go and look at my my mortgage lending app. They always have the property value listed on there, but it goes up and down. Property values fluctuate, and it sounds like a lot. He said that people might want to reconsider donating to me when they find out I'm living in a almost $500,000 house. And that may be true. But, and to his credit, he does also state that the house is not paid off, that I still owe on it. So that if I were to sell the house, I of course would not get the full value of the sale. And I have always been very open about that too. I currently owe, I want to say it's $243,000 on a 40-year mortgage. So if I were to sell the house, which he seems to think I should do before I have any right to ask for help on GoFundMe, my mortgage lender would take theirs first. Any kind of taxes and fees, state, county, any of that would also come out of my portion. The mortgage lender would of course be paid in full before anything happened. And I have my notes somewhere over there in my desk. I have to go dig them out. Because I did the calculations almost 2 years ago now with the different impact fees, state and local. I would, if I were to sell the house at, let's say, $450,000, that 243 would be taken off the top, right away. And then after fees and taxes and all kinds of other crazy crap, I would be left with a good bit under 200,000 walk away. And the housing market, again, as I have said in many videos, here in Florida, here in St. Augustine, Florida, is absolutely insane right now. Just here in St. Augustine, you can find studio apartments going for $2,000 a month, which is more than what I pay for my monthly mortgage payment. Buying something else would be out of the question. Even if I were to relocate to a much more rural area, I still would not be able to buy something that wasn't a massive fixer-upper. And then my options would be limited to old mobile homes that aren't worth putting any money or time or effort into. I have no money, apart from what I would make from the sale. And I'm far from healthy enough to fix a place up, and would not have the money to pay someone to do it. Nor do I have a wealth of friends that would be able to or could help me do that. So I would have to rent. And the renter's market is just as volatile as the buyer's market. If I rented a place here in St. Augustine, unless it was an absolute bottom of the barrel dump, which I would not want to bring my child into, in the worst neighborhood we have, which again I would not want to bring my child into, I would very likely end up paying more for rent than I pay for my mortgage. So financially, it makes sense for me to stay in my home and continue paying on my mortgage. Yes? Now I'm renting. Say I've sold the house and I'm renting. And I'm paying more than what I pay now for my mortgage, which very nearly breaks the bank every month. What happens when I run out of that money that I made from selling my house, Rob? I run out of it, and I'm still swamped with medical bills and trying to live and survive. And now I'm in a place that I have no right to fight for. Should my now landlord decide that he's not going to work with me or can get somebody in who will pay more. Then I live in the back of my pickup truck or on the street because I've got nowhere else to go. My parents don't have room for me. And I've only got, one or two good friends that would put me up if I was outdoors, so to speak. But they're working men, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to impose on someone else like that. Because I don't know how long it's going to be before I can make myself useful, worth something. Here I'm fighting like hell every month to keep it, but as long as I can keep it, it's mine. Is there at least over $400,000 worth of equity in it? Yeah, there is. Can I access that money? No. Because you see, to do that, you have to be able to pay it back. And they usually want you to make at least 2/3, if not twice, the amount of your monthly payments in income every month. And I don't. my mortgage payment alone is easily 80% of my monthly income. So I couldn't get any kind of a equity loan to use the equity in the home because I couldn't pay it back. And again, if I were to sell the home, there's no guarantee that I could get top estimated value for it. Probably not, because the house is laid out kind of oddly. Yes, it is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. All 3 bedrooms are upstairs, and the master bedroom is not terribly small. I mean, you've seen me do a pass on it before. The other 2 bedrooms are very small. I have a very small, very tight switchback staircase, which makes getting any furniture up and down the stairs a nightmare. The living room is laid out strangely. It's much longer than it is wide. The fireplace, yes, I do have a brick fireplace, very nice. Not very useful here in Florida. It's tolerable to light it up 1 or 2 months out of the year, but it's still nice. But it sits on the end of the house, and so on the side of the living room, and it's impossible to orient furniture to both the fireplace and like an entertainment center. And entertainment centers are such big things for people. They don't matter to me. I've moved my little TV here into the room that I call my office, which is also not very big. And all of the bathrooms are very small. The master bathroom is the largest bathroom in the house, and it is quite small. And the second bathroom upstairs is again smaller, and my downstairs bathroom is basically a cubicle. Definitely less open room than a porta-john. So while yes, I have a 2-story house and tentatively 1,800 square feet of space with the attached garage. It's not very desirable. This house sat on the market for well over a year before my ex-wife and I bought it 10 years ago. And everyone that I've brought into the house comment that it has just an odd layout. So yes, it has a very shiny estimated property value. Could I sell it for that max property value? No, I don't think so. If I sold it, would that put almost $200,000 in my hands? Probably somewhere in the 180s. Yes, it would. Would I be able to live long term on that 180 or so? No, I wouldn't. I would have to rent, and I would eventually run out of money. And while everything else goes up, my Social Security income does not. And much to my disappointment, I'm not able to work. So all I would do would be to move into something that I don't want, that I don't love, and my days would automatically be numbered there. And then I would be SOL, as they say. So while the fact that that is the basic estimated value of what I have, I cannot access the equity, and I cannot hope to get anywhere close to the estimated value were I to sell the home. So selling the home makes no financial sense, Rob. Maybe you think I should be living out of the back of my pickup truck before I ask for help with my medical bills on GoFundMe. Maybe other people will too. And that's for them to decide. And now they can, because I have revealed my deep, dark secret that you so gleefully posted in the comments, that my house is worth over $400,000. Rather, my property in total is. I tried to explain to you why that doesn't matter, and I have just explained here to anyone and everyone that wants to watch these two videos why that doesn't matter. I'm just trying to survive. I'm trying to make it. I'm not living on the GoFundMe money. I'm not buying anything, food, clothing, accessory shit. I'm not doing any of that with that money. I have used it to pay medical related bills and buy things like wheelchair ramps and do some other things around the house to make it easier for me to get around and take care of myself and my son while I'm basically living on one foot. And I've used it to put gas in my folks' Jeep because they're coming back and forth between where they live and where I live. They were doing that every 2 days to come out here and take care of my dogs and my cat. And now they're coming out once or twice a week. But I'm not using the GoFundMe money for anything that I did not say I would use it for. You know, I don't know what you want. I'm maxing out this video too, so I'm going to close it off here. So there it is. There's Rob's the results of his little treasure hunt. I don't know why it matters to him, especially knowing my circumstances. I don't think it'll matter much to anybody else. It might. If it does, that's okay. I don't hold anything against you. And that's that. Thank y'all. I will talk to y'all again soon. Have a good one.